Alright, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Today's video is proudly sponsored by TDI Tuning. The name in tuning boxes. Welcome back to the channel. My name's Ben and this is BD Performance. Now today we are going to answer the question that I think probably somebody somewhere has asked at some point in the past. And that is, how easy is it to fit a tuning box? So we've got this 2021 Ranger 2 litre bi-turbo. Unfortunately on this occasion we didn't have an actual tuning solution for it with any of our providers or the tooling that we actually use. So we've gone for this box from TDI Tuning. So we're going to fit it. I'm probably going to use the instructions because I've never done one of these before. I don't think we've ever fitted a tuning box as such in-house. So we're going to go through it with you. We're going to read the instructions and everything. I know that's not the done thing, but I think we will just because it's such a nice new truck. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. Right, so here's a tuning box. Got wiring harness here, some cable ties, and some all important instructions. We've got some nice colour photos with big arrows telling us exactly where the cables and sensors that we need to connect it into are. So we'll start off by having a look and try and find some of them, shall we? Open the hood, close all doors, wait 5 minutes. Well, I think we've done that, haven't we, so far? So let's have a look for the boost sensor first of all. Shows it somewhere at the end of that intake pipe. Oh yeah, there it is.
Need them?
Oh yeah, hang on. Jeez. Are you officially blind? Wow, that's horrific. Right, so we've got that one. There's a boost sensor. Oh look, turn over, it tells you to go to the fuel sensor first. Anyway, we found that one. Right, fuel. Fuel sensor is located on the fuel rail under the foam cover. Might need a step ladder for this job. Come here. Need someone with more height. Get that cover off there for me, will you? Lift that that water pipe up out of the back end of it, I think, first.
Yeah, they're two cable tied together.
Are they? Yeah, I know.
Who says that Ford doesn't put cable ties on stuff?
Thank you very much.
Dead easy.
Round of applause for my glamorous assistant. You can go now. Yeah. Right. Well, there we go. Look, fuel rail. Assistant, I can't reach. I actually can't either. Fuel. Oh yeah, that's better. Thank you. Right, there's that one.
Whose horse is that?
I reckon that's the right one.
Like I'm not
Oh, go round there so they can't see, so I look tall. Right, there's the fuel sensor, boost sensor. Yeah, look, RPM. Jesus. Oh! Need some more instructions. RPM, right. Cam sensor is located just next to the common rail near the fuel sensor. I'm going to go and get something to stand on and a torch. Right, so the only thing missing from these instructions are the fact that, well, if you're not very tall like me, you're going to need a step ladder. So here we go. Some knee pads. I reckon that's our cam sensor there. Right, so we found all the sensors that we need to find in the instructions. So I think now it's just a case of sticking this wiring loom in. I think it says somewhere which plug's which. It also says in the instructions be careful to fit the plugs the right way around, so apparently you can put the plugs in the wrong way around, so we'll watch what we're doing there. So basically we've got 3 lots of wiring going to the 3 sensors, and they're split into 2, so this loom will just plug into the original sensors and then connect back into the wiring of the truck, and then this will all go back to the tuning box. So if we get it all plugged in, we'll see if we can route it nicely and cable tie it all together tidy. And yeah, we're laughing. I think the answer to the question is it's quite easy, the looks of it. That'll be the video done then, will it? Awkward this, you know. I'm glad it's not got a lift kit on it. I have to lie down. Sweat on. Dead hot under there, right. Looks like that's kind of it, apart from obviously routing all the cables tidy and putting the tuning box somewhere, but we'll connect the tuning box now, as long as the instructions say we're allowed. And we'll just get the truck running, I think. Make sure it starts before we start hiding all the cables. Shut the door just to get rid of all the warnings, apart from the bonnet. Sorry. It looks good. It starts and it revs, and we've got no warning lights on, so we'll get that engine bay tidied up and we'll call that done, and we'll just go and test it, make sure she's fast and that. Yeah, happy days. Right, so it's all fitted. We've got the cables all tied in and the box all clipped in. They don't actually give you a specific location on where to mount the box or any of the cables realistically, but once you've got the plugs connected into all the relevant sensors, it kind of just leads itself naturally along, you know, the existing wiring, and you just choose a nice sort of safe location for the box. But yeah, that's about it. It's dead simple. There's seven different settings on the box, so I think this customer is quite keen on it being all out. So we're going to start it off on the highest, and then the instructions tell you to do like 40 miles worth of driving just for the vehicle to adapt, and you can then adjust down or up or whatever the case may be from that point. So yeah, let's go for a test drive. Realistically, this is going to be a sort of difficult one for us to judge, but we're test driving it more than anything just to make sure that there are no faults and there's no limp modes or anything like that. It's going to be a case of giving the car back to the customer and let them run it and kind of report back to us on how they feel about the obviously power gains and maybe, you know, and potentially the fuel economy gains as well. They do suggest in the instructions that you kind of flick between settings. If you're looking for the fuel economy, you know, you trial each setting and until you establish which one gets you the relevant either gains power wise or in fuel economy that suits your needs, as it were. We've got no faults. And to be honest with you, that feels quicker than the last 3.2 I went in, so that can't be a bad thing, can it? Stop start works, which is a good thing apparently, because it did say in the instructions that if you got any of the connectors in the wrong way around, the stop start wouldn't work. But I'm pretty sure we'd have had some fault lights before now if anything was wrong, so it's looking good. So we'll just do a quick pull down the slip road just to get sort of fairly high through the revs if possible. If any faults come in generally on a on a turbo diesel car, they tend to come in fairly high up in the rev range due to sort of incorrect torque limiters and stuff like that, but I don't think that's going to be a factor when it comes to a tuning box. Like I say, it's not something we've actually done before, so this is a new one for us, but yeah, it seems to feel alright, I think. Call that a success, shall we, Lee?
Definitely.
Yeah, so hopefully you're all glad to have us back on the old YouTube. Hope you haven't missed us too much, but like we've mentioned before, we've been absolutely manic and it's had to take a bit of a back foot. Obviously, if you're new to the channel and you haven't already, please subscribe, it really helps us out. Like this video if you like the sort of thing we do, and yeah, see you next time.